What's going on, guys? My name is Anthony and my YouTube channel is DOOWORK Motorsports, and I specialize in installing and reviewing parts on my YouTube channel, specifically Harley parts. As you can see here, this is my 2019 Road Glide performance bagger build that I've been building on the channel for about 5 years now. I started my channel probably about 8 years ago now. I didn't have a certain lane I went down. Like, I filmed anything from lift kits on Rams to Hellcat videos to drag racing videos to motorcycle content. My channel was all over the place. I didn't make a channel based off of one thing like Harley content. And then I'd say since I got my 2019 Road Glide 5 years ago, that's when I started making more Harley content, because I noticed that most of my subscribers wanted to see Harley content. And my Harley videos were outperforming my other videos, like my Ram content, my car content, and drag racing content. So I basically found my niche, as you would say, and stuck with the Harley content for the last 5 years. And now my channel is primarily based off of Harley content, reviews, installs, racing videos, riding with the boys, riding with the girls, you know, just going out to different bike nights, attending different rallies down in Daytona for Bike Week, like Daytona Beach Bike Week's one of the main ones I go to every year. What I've noticed is that the performance bagger scene has grown over the years, so that's why I basically switched gears and made my 2019 Road Glide a performance bagger. And with that, I mean, I now have a daily ridden bike that I can ride anywhere that makes 170 horsepower, tuned on E85, big compression. It's only a 130 cubic inch motor, nothing too crazy, but I mean, I rip wheelies on this. You know, every time I ride it, I can go to the drag strip and run 10 seconds in the quarter mile on it. I really enjoy this bike. It's definitely a fun bike, and I enjoyed building it on my channel and bringing everybody along step by step from stage 1 to stage 4 plus, I guess you could call it. So I like to review these aftermarket parts on my channel so that my subscribers know what aftermarket parts to buy for their Harley, and or if it's worth it for them to buy it. You know, Harley parts aren't cheap these days, so that's why I like to make content and show them, you know, the ins and outs of these parts and give them my honest review and my honest opinion on them.
So the name DOOWORK Motorsports.
Yep.
Where does that come from?
So that came from back when I was still in high school. My dad always told me growing up that if you want anything in life, you got to go out and work for it, and you got to just do work to make money. You got to do work to have nice things in life. You know, I was never that golden spoon-fed child, or I was never a spoiled little rich kid that, you know, just got everything handed to me. You know, I had to work for everything I've ever had, and I thank my parents for that every day, raising me to be that guy that, you know, hey, if you want something, you got to go out and work for it. And growing up, I was always going to school with kids that drove nicer cars than me to school, and I was always like, Mom, come on, their parents bought them their first car, why can't you buy my first car, you know, things like that. And they're like, no, that's not how we roll, you know, you got to go out and work for it. So I've had a job since I was 14 years old, you know, just trying to stack some money to be able to afford, you know, nice things. And I've always been a motorsport enthusiast and, you know, motorsport driven. I've never been into ball sports. I've always had expensive hobbies. You know, in order to afford my hobbies, I have to go out and, you know, work. So that's where the name DOOWORK came from, you know. And it was something that people were always saying in high school, you know, oh, there's DOOWORK, you know, Mr. DOOWORK out there, you know, having all these multiple sources of income. And so the name kind of just stuck, and so then I turned it into motorsports, because that's what I love, that's what I live and breathe, is motorsports, whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, anything with a motor, anything that goes fast, anything that looks cool. That's where the name DOOWORK Motorsports came in.
Got the silver tooth in there.
Yeah, that's sick.
So good.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with them.
that's cool. How'd the install go? Pretty
Super
easy?
easy. Literally took me maybe 20 minutes. Like, honestly, it was, all you had to do was the windshield, take that off, take this vent off, and then your normal like 6 screws, you know, Torque's taking the fairing off, and then boom, boom, boom. It all used the factory, you know, holes for the factory headlight, and it was super easy. This older fairing is a lot easier to dismantle than the new body fairing. It takes double the time to take apart the new fairing. Super easy installed. Everything went together smooth. I didn't have to move any wires around. It was definitely a plug and play install, and anybody with a set of Torx bits and Allen wrenches can get this done in the garage.
How long have you had this bike for again? We were talking about it the other day.
I've had this bike since 2019. I bought it new in 2019. Basically, I wanted to go for the performance bagger look. Over the 5 years, I've built it into a 175 horsepower performance bagger, chain driven, extended swing arm, Brock's all, you know, billet swing arm. I drag raced the bike.
You were saying that, dude.
Yeah, I drag raced the bike. That's why I got these down here. These are for my strap kit. When I drag race the bike, I put a a strap around the neck of the frames, and it ties the front end down. And then I put a 21-inch in the front, 17-inch in the rear. I'm running a Shinko hookup drag radial on it, and then I got Öhlins front and rear suspension, because I still like when I ride it around the curves and on the back roads, I still like to wheelie it and stuff too. So that's why I don't ride around with the strap kit on there.
You gonna do a wheelie leaving here?
Oh, for sure.
We need to get some footage of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, burn the tires up, pop a wheelie.
I tested the headlight because I did a wheelie when I left my house, and I came down just to test how durable the headlight was. Because some headlight, you got to think that's a lot of weight coming down, bam,
Yeah.
And they didn't move a lick.
They didn't move at all?
No.
That's good,
I adjusted them in here with I think it's a 9/16, to adjust the angle on them, and they didn't move the whole way here. And I rode an hour to get here, by the way. So this bike's built and tuned by All American Cycle in Miami, Florida, and he's the god when it comes to building these bikes on E85. I mean, that's the ticket right there. Is the E85. They run so cool and they perform so well. This is a 10-second bike in full bagger form.
What's Sean doing? What's he doing?
Putting new caps on.
Putting some docking hardware covers on there.
Yeah,
Sweet.
better ones.
Yeah, get some HOGWORKZ ones on there.
Yes, sir.
So what is the inspiration that you have behind your paint job?
So this is
anything in particular?
This is a stock black, vivid black bike, and I had my buddy that owns a graphic shop make me some graphics. These are actually stickers on the bike. It's not paint.
Oh.
So it's stickers, and I just wanted to break up the black a little bit. Obviously I like the black and gold look, but I wanted to put some white in there because my helmet's got white in it, and I just wanted to break it up a little bit. And my buddy's like, let's put some graphics on that thing. So we scanned the bike with his kind of like a 3D printer, but for graphics, and we made a set of custom graphics for the bike. And he's actually getting ready to release a line of graphics for Road Glide and Street Glide. So
yeah, this is awesome. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you got to check out the new bags over there.
Nice.
Dude, yeah, those are sweet. Yeah.
If you're going for that performance look, dude, you're gonna like those.
Yeah, this right here.
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah, these aren't our lids on them, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
Okay. And they're cut in the bag.
Yep. There he goes.
I'm no Sea Bear Stunts or, any of the big guys like that are out there scraping fenders on their bikes. I like to keep my bikes nice and clean, and this bike in particular is set up more for drag racing than stunting. It's by all means a street bike. It's not, a bike that will perform with a laydown carbon fiber, full out drag bike. But there's certain classes for this level of bike. They call it hot rod bagger, and there's a class at the track for it. I do a lot of drag racing both at the track and on the street. I do a lot of street racing, a lot of grudge racing. The Harley grudge scene has become big over the last couple of years, so I've been having fun with that, running the bike on the street, doing a lot of grudge racing stuff. So that's been fun.
What are some of your goals for 2025?
Basically, my goal for 2025 is to concentrate on my YouTube channel and grow it bigger and better than ever. I'm trying to hit that 100,000 subscriber mark here, in 2025. I'm gonna obviously put out more content. I'm gonna attend more rallies. I'm gonna attend more events and film more of my Harley lifestyle, if you will, and bring it to my channel. And I'm also building a new 2024 Road Glide, and that's gonna be a pretty big build as well. It's gonna be a turbo bike, and it's gonna be a fighter pilot themed, paying tribute to our armed forces, and I think that'll be cool, being that it's in billiard gray. It's kind of like a destroyer gray color, and then having the fighter pilot graphics on there with a turbo hanging off it. I think it's going to be cool and turn out good, and I look forward to building that bike and having it ready and unveiling it in Daytona for Bike Week in March. So growing up, I've always liked fighter pilot themed things like fighter jets, and if you guys are into snowmobiles at all, you guys would know that back in 2004, Arctic Cat made a fighter pilot edition Firecat, and I've always loved that model and that livery on that snowmobile, and I've always had that in the back of my head, like it'd be cool to make a Harley look like that, like a fighter pilot, and have the graphics with the flag and everything on it. So that's what made me want to go that route for this bike. Also, being that I'm putting a turbocharger on it and having a turbo hanging off the side of it, I think that'd be cool to have the fighter pilot theme on the 24 as well.
You want to walk over to the bike?
Yeah.
Kind of show me what's going to happen to it?
Over here we have my 24 Road Glide in billiard gray. It's kind of got that destroyer gray, like battleship gray color. I picked this color because I wanted to be different. I had obviously a vivid black bike for the last 5 years, and I wanted a color that kind of stood out and was, you know, not really your average color, your white, your black, your blue. This color is getting pretty popular. You know, I know Ford and GM are offering this color from the factory now, a very similar variant of this color. And I've always liked the color on the trucks when I've seen them. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with the billiard gray on this one to, you know, just be a little different. And then after having it for a while, I'm like, you know what, we need something, I need to do something on this bike to make it pop. So I was like, you know what, I've always liked that fighter pilot look, and that snowmobile back from 2004 was this color. I was like, I think it would look sick with a fighter pilot wrap on there. And I'm doing a wrap versus paint because I can peel the wrap off if I get tired of it or want to switch things up later down the road. That's why I'm going to wrap the bike instead of painting the bike. With the blue flags and the fighter pilot graphics I'm going to be putting on this billiard gray, I think it's going to really pop. And I'm also going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to be powder coating a lot of parts on this bike. All the lower rockers, the push rod tubes, the rocker box, the tappet covers, and basically every chrome part you see is going to be either powder coated black with blue or powder coated blue with black accents. The wheels are going to be powder coated blue where you see silver. Because I'm going to have the flying tiger mouth on the fairing here, kind of like going into the headlight. I'm gonna have the blue flag on the tank with Harley Davidson font around. On the bags, I'm thinking I'm gonna have like the fake style headers coming off the bags here. I'm gonna put like the no step on the top of the bag lids. I'm gonna implement like an F22, since 22 is my number. I'm gonna put like F22 right here on the side panel and like the cool stencil font that you see on fighter jets. And then obviously implement the blue flag on the back tour pack here. Bits and pieces of fighter pilot livery on the billiard gray I think is going to look good. This is the HOGWORKZ Razor tour pack. I went with the Razor pack because I like more of the sleek look. I don't like the look of a chopped or a king on a bike. That just might be my age, I don't know. Plus I don't go on long trips, and if I did, I'd wear a backpack and fill the tour pack, fill my backpack and the saddlebags, and I'd be just fine. But this tour pack here, I mean, it fits more than you think. I mean, it fits my backpack with my laptops and all my camera equipment. It fits a lot of leftover food. It can fit a pizza. It can fit a lot of stuff in here. You'd be surprised at how much the Razor tour pack can fit.
And you know what, man, I think we're going to have some parts for you soon.
Yeah, I look forward to testing out all the new billet hardware, all the new billet parts that you guys are coming out with, and also some of the new LED lights for the new 2024 bikes. I look forward to installing some more HOGWORKZ parts on my 2024 Road Glide.
Sweet, man. Yeah, we'll be in touch for sure, man.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.